Hello and welcome to Nikki WildFire's Horror Time. I'm kidding, I'm not that weird. Okay, so it's just come out. Isn't that cool? I want to know everyone's comments and likes, dislikes on the film below if you don't mind. I am curious. I've heard many different things, so many people saying, oh, you know, it's rubbish, it's dreadful, it's bleh. And then other people being like, oh my god, it's amazing, it's fantastic. I work in a cinema and I got to see it on the midnight screening. It was good, I liked it. I found since I'm studying horror and doing a lot of different things here and there in horror, I found that one amazing thing that it actually does is that it's both gore and psychological horror. Not many films do that, and this one did it, and I think it's fantastic. Obviously, Stephen King is to thank. Thank you, Stephen King. But it was good. It was very creepy. So obviously this episode, it will have spoilers. And it is mainly for the people who have already seen it or will be seeing it who want the spoilers. I found that obviously the difference with the clown was a bit... meh. I don't really see how much the makeup affected it, but of course the whole CGI effect on his mouth was fantastic, on point. It was a very good film. It was very scary. It was great to see my manager jump. Of course, there were quite a few bits that were funny in it, which did down the horror quite a bit. Obviously, the humour, the banter between the kids as well. That was very good. That was very sort of very teenagery. That's really, you can relate to that no matter how old you are when you go to see that film. Obviously, you can't see it if you're under 15. Duh. So it was very good in the sense that you could relate to the characters. I found the, obviously the whole modern feel of it, the bits and pieces where, you know, he got his arm bitten off, clearly, at the beginning, and that didn't happen in the books, apparently. I haven't read it, so I can't really speak much for myself. I'm just going off the things I've heard. I do plan on reading it, which I probably should have done before. I just haven't got the time. But apparently his arm didn't come off in the book, but it did in the film. I think that was a nice little touch. I think that really did connect with something. That also had an effect in the last couple of scenes when the boys are all facing it, and I should say Pennywise really. When they're all facing Pennywise, and Bill has got to, like, he sees his little brother right in front of him, and it's just sort of, you're thinking, oh my god, no, his arm's cut off. No, it's his brother. It's actually his brother. It's not the creature. It's actually his brother. And then when all this stuff happens, when he shoots him, well, not shoots him, when he kills him, you're like, dude, you've just killed your own brother. What are you doing? And then it turns out it is Pennywise, but you're sort of like left in that sense of doubt. And I think that the arm, that whole thing, really, really helps. It really adds a sense of, like, confusion. Like, is it his brother? Is it not? What the hell? So I think that was very good. The film in general was fantastic. I think just the whole mixture of the characters, the way it was shot, the old-timey kind of feel of it, how it stuck to the way things were back then, and how it didn't like try to modernize it too much. The blood was fantastic. The scene in the bathroom, oh my god. As soon as that happened and the whole thing with her father, I was like, oh, he's going to think that she's come on, and it's just like terrifying. It's just like this whole thing is just exploded. I thought that was quite funny. Aside from that, it was a good film. I do think there were a few bits and pieces where it could have been better. I wish that my boss had come and dressed as a clown and scared the hell out of us all. But it didn't leave me necessarily terrified that night. I did sleep. I would have slept better if there wasn't a cat sleeping on my head, granted, but I have a cat. She's adorable. But no, it was fairly alright. It did creep me out quite a little bit, and there were a few moments when I did jump. But it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be way too overrated, and I think that it was actually worth waiting to see, and worth like going through all these articles and freaking out about, like, oh my god, is it any good, is it not? I think that was yeah, I think it was worth it. The only film I can compare it to with its release would probably be The Conjuring 2. Of course, with The Conjuring 2, you know, James Wan film, everybody's loving that. You can't really say anything too bad about The Conjuring 2 because although, you know, you can say, oh, they did this, oh, they copied that, yeah, shut up. It's James Wan, you can't diss the man. I think the whole publicity with it and, you know, Pennywise, and then also the nun, Valak? I think I'm saying that right. Valak. It's sound. The whole thing with Pennywise and Valak as the almost the icon of horror. I think there's something similar there. Last year, of course, when I went to see The Conjuring 2, I was like super hyped. I was like, oh my god, this is one of the best films I've ever seen. The sequel. I can't wait to see this. And obviously the whole thing with Valak, I was going crazy. And the thing with Valak at the end, I thought was fantastic. But there wasn't enough of him in the build-up, I think. I think that there was really lacking this demon. I think the whole focus on this old man was like, it was good, and it was really good tie for the story, and it connected it to a lot of British horror. But I think that maybe Valak appearing a bit more might have been worth it, just because of how iconic his image was. And I don't think there was necessarily anything similar with it, but there was something of that kind of tie in it where they make this massive icon and everyone's like, oh my god, freaking out about this creepy character when you don't see them in the film as much as you think you might. Like necessarily, best example I can say of a creature that you see a bit more in a horror film might be The Grudge. I found that The Grudge obviously wasn't quite iconic, and you did see The Grudge quite a lot in all three films. But as well as that, I'm not gonna lie, they do on I think the second one's cover, they put the little boy on there. You don't see him very often in all three films, and I find that obviously this creepy character, obviously it's part of the publicity and the marketing strategy for this incredible horror film. But with a little character like that, when the character is a lot lesser, I think that it's a little bit mean to the audience to kind of go, oh, look at this really creepy thing, you're gonna love this, and then for it just to not really appear very often. But yeah, I think it was good, and I am really looking forward to Jigsaw. I want to see how they continue that, because I love the Saw films, and I'm a little bit like, meh, because as far as I know, all the Jigsaw killers are dead. And I'm pretty sure that they had no tapes left as well, but you know, I could be wrong. But yeah, I am really excited for that. I've also wanted to see the new Annabelle film, Annabelle Creation. I haven't yet seen it, so when I do, I will be doing a video on that. I did love the Annabelle film. I've seen a lot of hype about it, saying that it's cursed. I would like to know if the production is cursed. So yeah, if anyone has any horror films that they would like me to review or would like me to go into deeper detail on, please let me know. I will do as many of these as I can because I love horror. If there's any films that you want me to review and be sort of a big critic about, please let me know. Just comment in below. And I'll see you later. Bye!